you guys are talking about how you kept turning to prayer, you kept turning to God, and you'd get to a place where it was unexpected, or you didn't know what to do next, or you're nervous, or you're sick, and you turned to God and just said, God, I need you to help me get this through.
That very last night, Leah and I both gave our testimony, and I really got nervous. In fact, I asked Jane, I said, could we please go into the kitchen, and I need prayer. And so we did, and I didn't realize how I don't give my testimony very often, and it's very personal, but the prayer helped so much. Jane just went along with me and prayed, and when I gave my testimony the first time, it was very personal. The tears were just flowing, and I was so embarrassed that I was crying. And it was really neat because Bronco came up and he said, I know where it comes from. It comes from the Spirit. And just hugged me, and it just was so warm and caring, and it made this so much easier the second time.
Yeah.
So to see God at work and to see that God just has no limitations.
It was really hot that Tuesday, and Julie and I had spent most of that day in the sun. I was in pain. I was really hurting. I mean, I really think I had heat exhaustion. I was nauseous. I had cold sweats, and my head was pounding, and I just was feeling awful. And I was thinking, I'm going to have to tell Chip and Julie I can't work tomorrow because I'm just dying. And I remember sitting up in bed, and I prayed out loud. I said, God, I'm here for you, and I want to work for you, and I want to do this. I'm here. You got me here. Fix this. I can't do this. I need your help. And I literally just kind of cried out. And I took my Advil, and I think I fell asleep probably at 7 o'clock that night. I know I was asleep when they got back. And I woke up the next morning, I was fine. I mean, not to say that I wasn't still sore, but I was able to work, which I was just scared to death. I wasn't going to be able to work.
This was my faith-building exercise, was I'm picturing we're starting these art classes and no one's coming because the church itself in Bor has not been inviting people. They haven't been out doing the things that the church in Belgrade had done when we were in Belgrade 2 years ago. And so I was really feeling the need to pray about this, and we prayed in the car and mentioned it a couple of times, and then God worked it out with Novica, the farmer. And I don't know if anybody wants to go with the story from here, but that's really one of the amazing parts of the rest of the story. So
Novica was actually was able to get us in, and then the next thing I know, Chip and him are going in to see the mayor, and that's like the person in charge of the whole community and other communities, I believe. And it was neat because here God was using this person who wasn't even a believer. It just really encouraged me that I put so many stipulations on how God's going to use something or what he's going to do, and he just doesn't think in the box that I think in by any manner or means.
I just think again about God chuckling and knowing that he was going to use Novica the farmer to pave the way for these incredible opportunities to open up and to put this whole thing on television and radio, something that was far beyond our expectations or our plans.
I'm a control freak, so to totally turn everything over to God and totally turn everything over to everybody else. I mean, I wasn't in control of what I ate. I wasn't in control of what I was doing. I wasn't in control of how fast we were going down the highway. I wasn't in control of anything, and that was good for me because that's and it just allowed me to sit back and serve and humble myself.
It's just a couple of words that come to mind that we haven't used tonight, but I think are really apropos. Is it's an adventure, and it's exciting, and it's exhilarating, and I just hear those sentiments coming up that just haven't quite been put into words as you're telling your stories of where God changed directions and where you relied on Him and where you called out to Him and where He stepped in a really unique way, and just going along for the ride. Some of it, it's an adventure.